John Heisenberg now.
Maybe your best course would be to tread lightly.
Hank. Okay, so now we know that Trump's name is all over the Epstein files. I'm not sure how surprising that is or how damning at this point. But this little snippet right here, this little interview, this doesn't bode, I don't think, well for him. Let's watch this, and then we'll talk more about what we think the eventuality of all this will be.
On what?
On the DOJ and FBI.
On what? On what subject?
Epstein.
I think on Epstein. I think you knew what she was talking about.
Very quick briefing.
Did she tell you, what did she tell you about the review? And specifically, did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the file?
No, she's given us
No.
just a very quick briefing.
Yeah.
And in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen, and
But
I would say that,
in that
these files
briefing,
were made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden. We went through years of that.
I don't.
With the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years of it, but she's handled it very well.
I don't
and it's going to be up to her. Whatever
think
she
the
thinks
previous
is credible,
administrations
she should release. Yeah.
On Texas. How many
were
more
certainly
seats
perfect,
do you
but
want?
that he's now it looks to me in this interview he's trying to lay way too much off on the deep state or whoever. We have had information released from Tulsi Gabbard that doesn't look good for the Obama administration as far as the whole Russia thing. I reticent to believe that Comey and et al. Got too much involved in trying to insert Trump's name in the Epstein files. But now here's the thing. Now let me clarify something here. Hold on. Let me give you guys the joy, obviously, of getting to see this giant face close up. Now, I want to put something out there in talking about this. I know a lot of people, especially those on the left, liberals, Democrats, whoever, they think anybody that voted for Trump has got to be MAGA, got to be a Trumper, live or die. That's not even close to being true. I voted for Trump because his policy-wise, he aligns much more closely with me than do the Democrats, than did Kamala. That said, I'm not 100% sure why the Democrats want him out so bad, because for me, that would work absolutely 100% in my favor, me as a voter, because J.D. Vance, I think, would be much more effective at implementing the policies that I find desirable, because we know Trump is just he's always going to be loud and bombastic and off the wall with some of his accusations. It makes it difficult to get things done. I think Vance is much smarter in general and politically much more acute. And I think the things that I voted for Trump for would get done more effectively under J.D. Vance. And that's why I don't have a stake in this. If anything were to come out that removed him from office, to be perfectly honest, if he's removed, Vance is put in his place. That's a positive as far as I'm concerned politically. And the reason I put that out there is I'm always willing to be 100% upfront with you guys about how I feel about anything. I don't want you to think that taints what I'm seeing here. I've said it over and over again. Anybody who did anything untoward towards children anywhere, specifically here at Epstein Island, but anywhere, I want them. Don't make me bring the commercial back again about the wood chipper salesman. That's just something a sidebar I'm talking about. But I think you get where I'm coming from. What I want to have happen to anybody that victimized children. If Trump is in any of those files and it points towards him having had anything to do with those kids, fucking, yep, get a grand jury convened, do whatever you got to do. That's not something he did with that you can be presidentially pardoned for. Same goes with everybody else. But my problem is these files have been around for some time. We know that. I think Democrats are protecting big names there on the Democrat side that are on there. I think Republicans are protecting big names there, possibly including Trump. We know his name is on there. So far, there's nothing with any sort of evidence that says it's to do with anything other than that he had business relationships with Epstein, and he did fly on his plane, but as far as we know, only to Mar-a-Lago. But if he's on flight logs or anything saying he went to that island, or there's anything in those files that would make him a person of interest as far as having gone to Epstein Island or being involved with children, fucking get him. 100%. But I want everybody gotten, and that's why I don't think we're going to see it. I don't think you're going to get Trump, and I think you can't get Trump because those who would really push to get him are protecting their own, and vice versa. I think there are high-level Democrats, Bill Clinton, who are clearly on there as well, among others, and they'll protect them. So I think, once again, I know that especially the rage engagers on the left are having a field day with this, trying to get people worked up. Trump's name is all over the Epstein files, blah, blah, blah. And now you got, of course, people online, impeachment, get him in prison. Well, there's more to it than that. You have to see exactly what it says. Will we ever see exactly what it says? Probably not. And if we do, whichever side it casts a dark shadow on, that side will say the files were tampered with. So I don't think we're ever going to see any real justice regarding anything Epstein. And that pisses me right off. But in fairness, the way Trump has handled all this, with all of a sudden saying, okay, it's not going to be released, then coming out and saying, get over it. That pissed me off. No, we're not going to get over it. I mean, we as citizens of this country have every right to know if we have kitty diddlers in our government, and they need to be fucking dealt with severely. So don't tell us to get over it. And then interviews like this disturb me too. Don't start talking about Comey. Come on. The Russia thing, yes, it doesn't surprise me that Gabbard found information that they were trying to get Trump with the whole Russia connection thing, and that they had more to do with the 2016 election than they actually did. It's not surprising. It's discouraging, but not surprising. The Epstein files, I don't think James Comey, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, anybody had anything to do with inserting Trump's name into the Epstein files. We need to see every time his name is mentioned in there and in what context. But sadly, I don't see it happening now. I want to know in the comments section what you guys think the outcome of this all is. And as always in the comments, I encourage everybody to have debate about it. If the conversations turn to just name calling, or even more commonly, and this comes from both sides, if everybody starts claiming things that are alleged or imagined as fact, those posts get removed as well. If you want to do that, there's plenty of places on the internet. There's all sorts of social media you can go and make any kind of wild claim you want, or call this one a PDF file, that one a PDF file. Apologies for having to use silly, childish language like that, but that's because of YouTube sensibilities. Go ahead and do it, but it's not going to be here. If you want to discuss the facts, the issues that we have at hand, even if I'm not involved in the discussion, I enjoy reading them. But like I say, if you need to cross that line to just calling names and making shit up and posting things as fact that are just your wish lists, then nah, not interested. I'd like to say we're gonna get to the bottom of this, the whole Epstein files thing. I just don't see it happening. All we can all do is remain extremely vigilant about it. And there are more and more people, in fairness, on both sides of the political aisle out there saying Don't give a shit who it is. Just want to know all the names. Keep pushing that narrative, you guys. I don't know if it'll get us anywhere, but keep pushing that narrative.
Viltrumite DNA is so pure, you're nearly full-blooded. You'll live for thousands of years.
Whoa.
Do you understand what that
You're going to go
means?
through a lot of girlfriends.
Everyone you know and love will be gone before you even look 30.
Shame on you! What do you think you're doing?
There's a
I
Brooke
was
move.
just checking to see if you had a
Good
tail.
to see the panties.
Don't worry. Maybe it just takes girls longer to grow theirs.
I'm sure
Yeah,
we'll
that's what it
start
is.
up any time now, kid.